Hi, I'm Ted Nelson, here to acknowledge other attempts at parallel pages, other important endeavors for parallel pages not mentioned in my previous Xanadu Basics series. I just want to make sure that I fully acknowledge whatever I can find. Parallelism was left out of all the electronic document standards. Microsoft Word was the first, text files, of course, and PDF. None of these have intrinsically allowed for parallelism between pages, which is what I've been working on for many years, among other things. So, because it was left out of all the standards, people have tried to do other things. And I want to acknowledge some examples I've found since I put up this series, just to let you know I try to be decent. First of all, and most important, I think, is Adam C. Moore at alf.io, who is trying to really put up xenological documents with visible connections between pages in an editable system. He and I worked together for some months and separated due to what we call creative difficulties, but he's a fine guy, and I really hope he succeeds, although he uses entirely different methods from mine, hierarchy and all that stuff. So that's at alf.io. Watch that space. Now, what about published books? Well, a friend of mine, Alden Bevington, showed me his book, Open Collaboration, and every page has parallel annotations. Every page. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful job. So this is made possible in a program called Adobe InDesign. And so the book was done by Adobe InDesign, which is a system that allows parallelism, not with linked connections or editability the way I've been talking about, but at least a parallel printed version. And that is inherited by a PDF version made from InDesign. So there are ways of doing paper and paper-like parallel pages through that particular proprietary system. Then a laudable system called Hypothesis, that's HYPOTHES.is, by Dan Whaley, which is an annotation system for the web, which again, because the web standards, like the other text standards, do not intrinsically allow parallelism, has tried to make parallelism off on the side with an annotation structure and world of its own. He's working very hard. It's an open source, nonprofit, great work. And finally, my friend Mark Miller, of course, invented Miller columns, which are the browsing system many people use on the Macintosh. And someone has adapted that to being able to step through academic papers, if they're available online, free of charge, step through academic papers following footnotes and citations through a Miller column-like interface. Now, I got this from Michael Karpeles at the Internet Archive. It's a friend of his whose name I don't know. But here it is running on another system. So we step sideways. I hope you can see it here. We step sideways. Oh, lost the place. Okay, so this is about I'll rebuild it. I'm trying to catch the sunlight, so I'm not going to take the time to restart this video. So I don't know the name of the guy who did it, and it's a friend of Michael or Karpeles, and you can follow sideways in a Miller column-like interface between texts. It's only on the Wayback Machine, as far as I can tell, but you can follow, I hope you see this here, you can follow through the different pages and the citations on their respective pages. The examples he uses are all about programming languages, not charity, as in charitable foundations or charitable functions. It's charity, a computer language. But in any case, this shows a Miller column-like browsing between parallel visualizations of connected pages in published documents. There doesn't seem to be a present system of it on the web, so this is at the Wayback Machine. And I'm publishing the address on the page of this video. Thank you.